Hello, everyone. I am Lisa Benjamin from the University of the West Indies. My topic is climate change, predictive models for selective zoonotic and vector-borne diseases in communities proximate to forested areas in small island developing states. Zoonotic diseases are shared by humans and animals. The times of the year and locations at which zoonotic diseases occur can be altered by climate change. It is important to control zoonotic diseases when they're at low prevalence and still in the animal population. Spatial and temporal models of particular diseases can be a part of a real-time early warning surveillance system by helping to detect potential epidemics and to inform the design of interventions. The information from these models can help decision makers to prepare for outbreaks of disease in different environmental conditions. This project is still at an early stage of development. The objective is to design real-time predictive spatial and temporal models for zoonotic diseases of relevance to rural communities which border forested areas. Scoping and systematic reviews, as well as meta-analyses, can be conducted to identify gaps in knowledge about selected diseases such as yellow fever virus, YFV, leptospirosis, and rabies. The community will be engaged as equal partners to participate in project development and implementation. Depending on relevance to the community, blue and green economies will also be taken into consideration. Spatial analyses will be conducted on data collected and stored in geographic information systems. A relevant unfunded 2019 study that involved two of our authors was entitled Occurrence of Mosquito Larvae in Tire Traps Around Household During a Dry Season in a Perisylvatic Rural Coastal Community Proximate to a Forest Reserve. It was conducted as part of a larger community engagement initiative of the Faculty of Medical Sciences of the UWI. A survey of residents of a community which borders a forest reserve identified a mosquito problem. Year 5 vet students on their weekly public health rotations collected mosquito larvae samples from tire traps as part of an active learning project. It is expected that informative predictive models will be developed for the selected disease. In the 10-week 2019 study, larvae of Aedes aegypti were identified for 8 weeks. The invasive Aedes albopicus, also a potential YFV transmitter, was not identified. Forest-dwelling species not known to transmit YFV were identified, that is, Culex eurici, Limitus derhami, and Toxorhynchites. Toxorhynchites is a known potential biocontrol species. A GIS map was created of the patients. Funding is required for further work, such as reviews and original research in the relevant communities to provide data for model input parameters of predictive spatial and temporal models for YFV and other selected diseases. The risk posed by zoonotic diseases to residents of communities which border forested areas are largely unknown. Local researchers, Ali et al. In 2019 estimated that mosquito vectors involved in the sylvatic cycle of YFV and other vector-borne diseases in Trinidad can be found as far away as 1 kilometer from forested areas. Further research is needed to explore the implications of this finding with respect to exposure and disease transmission in communities which border forested areas. I thank you for listening.